So, first class in the Kama Chakra course. Today is the primary subject is purification of desire. So we already talked a little bit about what does Kama Chakra mean, so we'll not repeat that. If you wish to hear that, you should watch the introduction. Good. So if you have seen the PDF, in one of the first pages, there is a yantra. Yantra means a tool, and in this case, it is a square drawing of a symbol to inspire you to connect to the Divine Mother. So why the Divine Mother when we are working with desire? Because the Divine Mother is that which protects us, which shields us, which is wrapped around us. The Divine Mother is not a mother, okay? She's not a human being. She is state of being. She is a concept, a thing in the universe. She is everywhere. And she is that feeling of something protecting you, something surrounding you. That feeling of that you can have on the skin of your body. That is how I experience the Divine Mother when we are really close. So that yantra is recommended to focus that while you're charging the mantras that we charge in this process. Okay? So do you all have access to the yantra? Do you have it on your screen? If you do, then, or on a piece of paper, then focus it. Okay? If you don't, then we will make sure that you have it for next week. Okay? Good. So the first mantra is about purification of desire. It goes like this. Dim Klim Hrim Shanti Karuna Kama. Okay? Is the bija mantra that you probably know. Dim is the bija mantra of your body. Klim is the bija mantra of your emotions, of your desire, of your feelings. And Hrim is the bija mantra of fire and also the bija mantra of your mental. So this is about body, desire, and purification. That is one way of seeing these three bija mantras. Another way of seeing them is like body, emotions, and mental. Okay, so it's the physical and the vital together as the body, and it is the emotional plane and it's the mental plane. Those three are activated with Dim, Klim, Hrim, but it's also Dim, body, Klim, desire, Hrim, purify. So purification of bodily desire. All the desires comes from the base of your nature. So they're rising up from your body, from your vital plane, into your emotions and into your thoughts. They come from there. They come from your DNA. That's where they come from. Because you are, as we mentioned in the introduction, you are actually an animal. A very advanced one, but still, it's part of what you are. The next line of the mantra is Shanti Karuna Kama. Shanti, you probably know, is peace. Karuna is compassion. Kama is desire. So it is peace and compassion in our desires. And that is something we see in many mantras, that there is a bija part of the mantra that tells a story and a dictionary word part of the mantra that tells the same story. Okay, so we have something with the language of the soul and the same concept expressed with ordinary words. Okay, Om Dim Klim Rim Shanti Karuna Kama. Om Dim Klim Rim Shanti Karuna Kama. Good. Before we start to chant the mantra, what does it mean to purify desire? What does it mean? Some would say, oh, those desires I have, they are just wreaking havoc in my life. I just want them gone. I want them removed. Can we take them out of me? Okay. That is not purification. That is suppression. Another is, oh, it's natural. All my desires, they're natural. They should just be allowed to just go and do whatever I feel like. Okay. Maybe you tried that. I guess most of us tried that when we were kids. We tried that. Um, for most of us, at least, it was not accepted. Okay. We did things that we wanted to do that someone else did not like. Okay. It had consequences. So we stopped doing it and maybe we started suppressing them. So, what is the way forward here? What is the way forward? What do we mean with purifying? One way of seeing it is to integrate. So, what does it mean to integrate? We use that word so much. We talk about emotional integration. And like it is often with words that we use all the time, we sometimes forget what they mean. Okay. So what does integration mean? What is it actually? Okay. Because I already have my desires. They are an integral part of me. Okay. I cannot run away from them. They are there. So what do we mean by integrating? What we mean is there are things inside of you that you are conscious of. There are thoughts and emotions, feelings, desires that you can reach with your consciousness and you can be aware of them and you understand them. And then there are some that you can't see. You can see them in the way they make you do things, and then you say, oh, oops, what just happened? They are not integrated into the part of you that you are conscious of. So that's what we mean by integrating. Another way of seeing it is that the emotions and the thoughts you have, there is like a core of you, a center where everything is connected to each other. And then there are things lying around over here. That is like an island of emotions and thoughts. And you maybe sometimes you experience popping up in one of those when something happens that you haven't worked on. And you say, what just happened here? I do not recognize this person. Okay. So that is something that is not, maybe you are aware when you are there, but it's not connected in a harmonious way to the rest of your psyche, to the rest of your emotions and your thoughts. So that's another way that we use the word to integrate something. So yeah, I have a desire for something and I look at it. I look at my shame. I look at my fear of being scolded. And yeah, it's okay. I have no shame. And I'm going with that desire. Okay. I'm just doing it. Okay. Whatever it is. It could be excessive eating, or it could be like we sometimes see some people, they have a lot of sex all the time with various people. They are free to do that, of course. But sometimes it makes their life not so fun in the long run. So it's they're fully aware of what they're doing. They find it is okay. But has it been purified? Has it been integrated, made conscious to the level that it is now something that can be a tool for them in a positive way? And when I say positive way, I take for granted that we are here because we want to evolve. We want to move on the path of spiritual evolution. So purification of desire is also to take that desire and make it fuel for the engine. You have an engine that makes you move on your path. Purify the desire to such a degree that you can use it there. So I think that kind of rounds that concept of what do we mean by purification and integrating desire. Good. So let me just add one thing, because I that's something I also hear sometimes, is that, oh, so I can suppress my desires. That's not good. I can just let them do whatever. That's not good. So actually, what you're saying is I should just find the middle way. No, that's not what I said. Okay. But that is a way we sometimes think about it. But it is not like, oh, so I'm a little free and I'm a little suppressing my desires. That must be the good point. No. And you can hear it in the way I described it. That's not what you want. You don't want to suppress your desires a little and just let them do whatever a little. No, you want to have them integrated and free. So it's not on that line. It's not on the suppress or just let it run wild. It's not on that line. It's on another line. Okay? It is conscious. If you're suppressing it, you're not conscious. If you're just letting it run wild, you're not conscious. So it's another thing. Okay? Good. So are you ready for the mala? Good. If you have a mala, use it. If not, don't panic and run around finding it. Doesn't matter. So yes, you want the consciousness of the mantra to go into the mala. The most important is the last day of your charge that you do it with the mala. Okay? Because that's when you have the purest consciousness of the mantra. Good. Om Dim Klim Hrim Shanti Karuna Kama. Om Dim Klim Hrim Shanti Karuna Kama. Om Dim Klim Hrim Shanti Karuna Kama. Om Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. 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 Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Om 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 Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim 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 Janti Karuna Gama. Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim Janti Karuna Gama. Om Dim Glim Rim
Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim 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 Shanti Karuna Gamma Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma Dim Glim Rim Shanti Karuna Gamma. Breathe. Pay attention inside.
Imagine that you are entering a room with other people. Could be your family, friends, co-workers, people that you know. You're entering the room. What is the desire? What do you wish for? Not what is your plan, not what is your agenda, but what is that feeling you have? What is that you want on a deep emotional level? One of the things I have noticed that I want when I go into a room like that is to be accepted as part of that group. For me, there is a lot of insecurity connected with that desire. I wish to be part of the group. I really want to be accepted. I want to be one of them, and I'm afraid that I'm not good enough, that they will reject me. For me, those are the primaries. Um, it could also be to be left out. So I go into that room and I'm looking around to see where is there a space for me. And depending on who I am, I will look for a space that is a little bit off center. Or if I'm another personality type, I will go for something very close to the center. Depending on my role in that group, I would naturally want to be on the outer line of that group. Okay. That's just me. Being an introvert. Maybe you also like that. I want to be part of the group, but please don't make me the center of attention. So I have two desires. One is to be part of the group, to be accepted, to be liked in the group. Why do you have that desire? What is the purpose of it? It is a completely natural desire in the way that, and when I say natural, you can as well get used to that. When I say natural, I mean something that comes from nature. I don't mean normal. Well, it is normal, but I mean something that comes from nature because we are flock animals and we survive by being with our flock, with our group, with our clan, with our family. And if you watch movies from the jungle, the savannah, you will see that there are a lot of animals that are like that. They stay very close to the group, okay? And they don't want to be away from the group because they know that's where you die. It's not nice to be out there. That is where that desire comes from. It is important to be part of a group that is built into you. And maybe there are no lions where you live, okay? But it is still safer to be in a group, to have a support network, people that care about you, people that can support you when you are sad, upset about something. So Let's go back to that moment where you enter that room. Everybody's talking. There are 3 people over there talking and 2 people over there talking, and they are minding their business. And you're just hoping that someone will notice that you went into the room, that you arrived. Oh, there's one there, looking up towards you, looking at you, smiling, saying, "Hey, good you came. Come over here." And instantly there is this relief. Do you remember you've had that experience? The relief. Someone saw me, accepted me into the group. Maybe you are the kind of person that is very extroverted. So you walk into the room and you just go, bam, hi, everybody. And everybody turns around and they look at you and they wave and they smile and say, good to see you. Happy to see you. That's what the other people see. All this enormous show of affection. Everybody loves you. But what does it feel like on the inside? Extroversion does not mean that you are 100% sure that everybody in the group will love you and accept you. It just means you have another strategy. There is still that fear inside that what if they don't see you? Do you remember that? You feel that? The desire to belong is what we're looking at. The desire to belong. You breathe. Is it important to belong? If you look at statistics, people that are lonely, that do not have many social relations, they do not live as long as people who have several deep connections. We live in a civilized time, a relatively safe time. There are no wild animals, but we still need each other. It's not just nice, it's really important. This is why you have so much invested in belonging to a group. Breathe.
Om Dim Klim Rim Shanti Karuna Kama. 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 Breathe. Breathe into your abdomen. Stay in the sensation. You breathe into your abdomen. Inhabit the feeling. Inhabit that sensation you have in your abdomen, that sensation you have in your body. Feel it. Observe it. And every time you breathe, it's like you sink deeper into that sensation. Allow yourself to inhabit it more. Accept to feel it. Om Dim Klim Rim Janti Karuna Gamma. And while you do your integration, you sometimes repeat the mantra. It is good to sink deep into that sensation,
into that feeling. Sometimes when we do that, we have a tendency to transcend a bit. Repeating the mantra once in a while will help you stay here. It is beautiful and good work that you allow yourself to feel. You need to belong. You need to drink water every day. You need to eat every day. You need to sleep. You need to move. And you need to belong. It is just as important. You are allowed to belong to a group. Reach out. There are other people. Everybody needs to belong. It's not just you. You're not alone with this. Breathe into your abdomen. And we'll repeat the mantra a few times. Om dim glim rim janti karuna gamma 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 om dim glim rim janti karuna gamma. Breathe. So we did one mala together. So I suggest that you, if you haven't started, you do one mala a day for 40 more days. Okay. And every day when you're done, it's only one mala. It won't take you long. So take your time to observe the desires that rise. And then you say, How do I know if it's a desire? Well, if an emotion comes up, I can assure you there was a desire somewhere along the way. Okay. So there is a desire in there somewhere. There is something you want. Okay. So observe it. This mantra will provoke things in you, which is good. That's what we want. Provoking is what makes them visible. So you can find them, so you can see them, so you know where to do your integration. And when you do that integration, you can do it like we did now, just sitting in the emotion. That is kind of like a level 2 integration. Or you can go with a systematic, mechanical, identifying the masks, sitting in each of them, getting to the root, to the attachment, and integrate that. You don't have to do that every day. Okay. The most important is that you sit in the emotion after you have done the mantra. If you don't do that, it is not dramatic, but it means that what was activated, what was provoked, it will start to do things in your life. Okay. So you will get a chance to observe it anyway. Okay. So you can, depending on how you want to live your life, I'm being sarcastic, ironic now. Okay. Just a warning. Um, if you want to observe things while they're happening in your life, okay, you can do that. Okay. If you're more into harmony and peace, you can try to do your best at observing it after you did the mantra. And maybe you don't have the resources, the consciousness to integrate everything that was activated. That is okay. Then it will show up in your life. So pay attention, not just after your charge in that 20 minute, 15 minutes, 30 minute observation that you do, but also in your everyday life. Spiritual practice is not something we do half an hour or 1 hour a day. It can be, but it can also be something that we're doing, well, 24/7. Okay. And that is, yeah. Do you want to be conscious? Then be conscious. Also, while you're working, while you're driving, I'm not saying you should do mantras while you're driving, but be aware while you're driving. Not just on traffic, also on you. Okay. While you're with friends. Don't go numb, interact with people, okay? But be aware. If you realize that you are talking like la la la, like that, okay, then probably you're not so conscious. For me and a lot of people I've talked to, that is a good indicator when consciousness goes down, is when the mouth starts moving very fast. So it's just a little hint that breathe. What's going on? Good. So now I think we should share a bit for those of you who would like to do that. So I will stop the recording now. And if you are not here live and you're watching the recording, then you also experience something. And I would like to hear what you experienced. Love to hear it. So share it. Write to me on Messenger. If email is better for you, do that. If WhatsApp is better for you, do that. Just reach out. It's nice to have an opportunity to put it out there, and I will promise that I will see it and respond. Okay, good. See you next week.